Time to give me the headlines presented by Hyundai. We'll start with the Miami Dolphins, who defeated the Las Vegas Raiders 20-13. Your headline for this game is?
Never failing with Jalen.
Oh, okay.
You got it? You know what I mean? Jalen Ramsey's played 3 games. He's got 3 INTs.
They do have
He's
a
got
loss.
2 today.
They do have 1 loss with
Right?
them.
You're
So
right.
almost never failing. I just thought of that, but that's okay. But we still have
The
time.
defense isn't failing. That's what I'll say.
There we go.
Okay?
There we go.
The defense in that loss played very good against the Kansas City Chiefs.
There we go.
Right?
You just
So there
saved
you
it.
go.
You just saved our headline. We don't have to have a correction and print it in tomorrow's paper. 2 interceptions.
Retraction.
2 interceptions for Jalen Ramsey. Coach Massetti says, damn okay to Jalen Ramsey. The ball, as all the coaches in the Saban tree would say. It's all about getting the ball.
He's a phenomenal defensive player. We know that. His ball skills, that's what's incredible. I mean, today, both interceptions, you don't see DBs do that very often. Like, lay out to undercut a guy and catch and dive the ball, like 2 hands totally stretched out and come up with an interception. DBs are DBs for a reason. They can't catch. That's why they're over there more times than not. And then the deep post route towards the end of the game, right, to just go up and get the ball and kind of just go, wait, I'm going to outplay the ball here compared to the receiver and just yank it out of the air. Extremely impressive. Miami's defense has been holding down the fort for Miami. We know the offense is still really good, but they've lost a little of their mojo as of late. Tua starts the game with a fumble that gives the Raiders the ball on the 14-yard line, basically, I think, to start, somewhere around there, right? Tua threw an interception pretty early on in the football game. So they had some issues that way. But, the offense has not been the same. You're seeing, I think, the NFL catch on a little bit to how the Dolphins want to attack. So we're not seeing as many big plays. We're still seeing them plenty because Tyreek Hill is still the most unbelievable player in football with the ball in his hands.
Yeah.
It was a valiant effort by the Raiders, but the Dolphins just too talented, and Raiders just, couldn't come up with enough plays at the end of the football game to pull it out.
I do kind of want to see how fast the dot is for Tyreek Hill on the 38-yard touchdown pass because he did have 10 catches, 146 yards, and that score in the game.
That was insane.
Receiving yards by a player through 10 games of a season in the Super Bowl era. He's got over 1,200 now. And if you're watching on Peacock or YouTube, just look at that 10 dot and just turn on the Jets and everyone is. I mean, everyone knows he's fast, and he's still faster than their angle.
No, he exploded on this one. And they're great at how they do it. They send 4 eligibles to his side. They got the running back on a swing route. They got 2 underneath guys that, kind of keep the second-level defenders there to then open up a window 15 yards down the field for Tyreek to run behind those underneath guys. Tua's got great feel of finding and feeling windows in a defense. He makes a nice throw, and then, of course, Tyreek catches it and then just gets absolutely shot out of a cannon. I mean, out of a cannon. It was pretty incredible.
Yeah.
And he goes in and scores and, has an unbelievable touchdown dance and all that stuff too.
They got Devontae Adams did the Raiders on the other side of the ball, going a little bit in this game, had 7 catches, had a touchdown, but Aiden O'Connell 3 interceptions. And that's going to be the story for the Raiders. They're not going to Aiden O'Connell is not.
They're going to be a pain
answer.
in the butt. I don't expect them to be lighting up the scoreboard on the offensive side of the ball. Pressure's going to be on the defense. They caused 3 big turnovers in the football game,
yes.
right?
Yeah.
They got Tua to get the interception. They caused a Tua fumble, and they stripped the tight end Hill one time. I think that was early third quarter, if I remember correctly. It might have been late second quarter. In fact, I think it was late second quarter. But, yeah, to hang in the football game, and the Raiders also turned the ball over 3 times, right, Ahmed? I mean, that's extremely impressive that they could hang in there. It speaks to what we've talked about a little with them. Their defense is very well coached. Patrick Graham, their D coordinator, is really damn good. And they're not out schematic very often. They don't have the best players, so they let up a play here and there, whatever. They don't have blue chip take over the game type of guys. But it's rare where they just get totally dominated on the side of the ball because of the positions he puts his guys in.
Dolphins do stay perfect at home. They're 5-0 at home for the first time since the year 2000, so keep winning in South
who knows
Florida.
what that game would have looked like if they didn't turn it over. I think that's the big thing, right?
Agreed.
That affected their rhythm and their flow of the game, and they want to get up and put pressure on you and then let Vic Fangio call all these zones and zone blitzes and let Jalen Phillips and Bradley Chubb start to attack, and the game becomes a track meet, and that's what they want.
They can win ugly, win a little bit through their defense.
That's
being opportunistic. That's a good
the
way.
thing. There
that's
is some ugliness they're showing here. I agree with you there.
They're 7-3 now. Your Giants can win. There wasn't a whole lot ugly about this one. There was a little bit of ugly in this one, but they won. The Commanders, the final score looks pretty. 31-19 is the final score. Your Giants get the win. Your headline for this one is
Jersey Boy. Okay, I was going to say boys, but I'm going to say Jersey Boy. In fact, I don't even want to say boy. I really just want to go Jersey. For my man, yo, that's my man Tommy Devito, okay? Tommy Devito comes in at quarterback, and we still beat the Commanders. It doesn't matter. It's Tommy Devito, baby.
Where was this before? So he goes 18-26, 246 yards, 3 touchdowns. Now, he was sacked 9 times, which is amazing. I think it's the first time in franchise history they've actually won a game where they've had 9 sacks, and on the opposite side of it, it's the first time the Commanders have ever lost in a game where they have sacked the quarterback that many times.
Right.
Very unusual.
But you usually win a game when you win the turnover battle 6-0.
So that helps,
right?
too.
That's the crazy stats on both sides. You're like, wait,
too.
the Commanders turned the ball over 6 times and sacked the quarterback 9 times?
Yeah.
They're pretty incredible altogether. It wasn't pretty by the Giants' offense. I think the big thing is that the Giants' offense came up with a few game plan plays, right, that just got Tommy DeVito going. The Barkley first touchdown pass and then the Darius Slayton, oh shit play or what you want to call it. Those two things kind of, I think, got him going, got at least a little confidence in Tommy DeVito to go, okay, wait, there's 2 touchdown passes. I can throw the ball. I think it gave the team a little confidence, so they opened it up a little bit. And, early on in the game, didn't run the ball worth a damn, but kind of still stayed patient with it. And as the game went on, Saquon started to break some big runs and started to become explosive on that side of the ball.
Tommy DeVito is a Jersey guy, too. Did you see this?
He's living at home with mom and dad.
Of course. Why wouldn't you? Probably good cooking. And now he says his favorite food is chicken parm, which is a huge Jersey Italian, food.
Yeah.
And so now every Italian restaurant and sandwich place is sending him chicken parms you're seeing right now.
I know. Like he's come from an Italian household, and we got chicken parm places on every corner in New Jersey. You don't need to send them to him now. And he's going home, and he can live with his mom. She can make him any time he wants.
He's living the life.
More chicken
He is
parm.
living the life. He could gain 35 pounds here by the end of the season.
Well, he actually could probably use it a little bit. That would help him. I will say, I think today was huge in that they won't have to babysit him as much anymore. I think that's the big thing, right?
Yes.
No more babysitting. They're going to be able to at least go, okay, hey, he had an NFL game. He had some success. He made a few plays for us. We don't need to go into the next game going, we got to go the whole first quarter without throwing the ball with Tommy DeVito,
Well, it
right?
kind of makes you wonder, and I guess, they know better than us, obviously, and me for sure.
Yeah.
But it makes you wonder why they did play it so cautious with him early on.
I think that's coaches sometimes overdo it, right?
Yeah.
Like we talk about. It's I don't want the guy to do too much, so I'm going to devise a bunch of 4 and 5 yard passes where I want to be like, that's actually really harder for the quarterback to jam it in there and do that stuff. I don't want to put him in bad positions. Okay, but the fact that you never put him in a position of aggressiveness, he's always in a bad position. So you're protecting him by he won't do anything disastrous, but you're also in that not letting him gain any confidence to help your football team out. I think that's something that coaches make a mistake of is a lot. And I think probably too, they've played a few games. He's had a few weeks of practice. I bet you they saw, okay, he's getting better. He's got a feel for our offense. He's practicing better. He's seeing the defense better, and that allowed them to be a little bit more aggressive with the play calling.
What'd you make of Saquon Barkley? So those 2 receiving touchdowns, I think we have the dot on the 24-yard touchdown reception from DeVito.
The second one was a game plan play that was perfect as well. But, this is what I was talking about. See, they got into a few plays where in this game, I think they knew what defense they were going to get from Washington, and they dialed up the right play at the right time. And on this play specifically, they got a one-on-one across the board type of matchup. It's one funnel is what we would call it. And they know that they got Saquon matched up on a linebacker. It's Davis, the first round pick out of Kentucky from a few years ago. And, a lot of the times, when you're a linebacker covering the back out of the backfield in those scenarios, you're worried about the 5-yard out route, the flat route. So you take an angle that's kind of aggressive to stop that. He turns it up the field, gets a step on Davis, and Saquon gets a step on anybody. That's usually night-night.
All right, the Giants get the win, although that does hurt their draft position here. So you got to start worrying about that.
We want to build a culture, all right? We don't ever give away games. We're the New York Football Giants.
Yeah.
When we get on the field, we play to win. Okay, that's what I can tell you about Big Blue. All right, so screw the draft position. I want to see them go and ruin their position again next week and win the game too.
I do think that sometimes it's like careful what you wish for. It's like
Giant fans don't want tanking.
We got the number 1 pick, but we have proven this year that we have no building blocks for the future. It's like
we don't want tanking.
Give me a number 10 or 8 pick and show me that I have some pieces for the future here at least.
Yeah,
they get the win there, and that was Give Me the Headlines presented by Hyundai.
Yo, what up, homies? Thanks for watching. Remember, subscribe to Chris Simms Unbuttoned. Right now, we got Sunday Pod, right? So you can have it Monday morning. We recap all the action. Wednesday, it's the What the Happened podcast. We're going to get deep in the weeds on the key matchups of the week. And then Thursday, I'm picking games with that jerk Florio. So you know where to find us, homies. Keep watching. Peace out. We'll see you.